better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Then the juke move, Heisman stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning NFC champs and the Jags. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. The long fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25.
Here we go, set. Right.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Terry McLaurin with a first touchdown of the Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Niners are on the board first here in the Super Bowl. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 38. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic. I feel like you got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there?
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run with Mitchell. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. It's complete to Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
First down, here's Mitchell. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up the 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down and 4, Lance. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They run over center with Mitchell. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. On first down, Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside from 13 yards out. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of this Super Bowl.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Right, 97.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 57 yards. And they'll run with Etienne. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the 1st quarter. That brings us to the end of 1 in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. It's a tight game here early. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. One more time with Etienne. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. Being chased out left. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
56 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty. Because his primary job is defending against the pass. You don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield, but he's playing run all the way here.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And some room to work. 20. Touchdown, 49ers.
Elijah Mitchell.
62 yards as they have taken the lead.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep is DJ Chark. This is taken at the 18. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, Mark. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments prevent.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. That's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Lance. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
You know, he's been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Off of play action, here's Lance. There's the stiff arm, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And the 49er, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. And he's got some space here. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the 49ers continue to look good here in the 1st half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Black open.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance, he's airing it out for Williams.
It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Well, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. Fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Nagar's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Allen, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, man? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
This will be fielded at the 17.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He's brought down by Terrell Burgess. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.